What if NASA found conclusive proof of alien technology, but decided to hide it from the world? 3 weeks ago, a hacker group calling itself Event Horizon claims to have done the impossible, pulling 24 gigabytes of classified mission data from NASA's secure servers. The target? A mission to intercept 3I Atlas, the third interstellar visitor ever detected. The files hint at a cover-up of cosmic proportions. So, what did they find that was so disturbing? Let's explore this together. Event Horizon's cyber attack. So how does a clandestine group get its hands on NASA's crown jewels? According to the leaked security logs, this wasn't a brute force attack, it was surgical. In the early hours of September 2, 2025, Event Horizon executed a coordinated cyber attack that bypassed multiple layers of agency firewalls. They exploited a zero-day vulnerability in an outdated Fortran-based mission planning module, a tiny crack in an otherwise formidable digital fortress. The transfer rate was a blistering 571 megabits per second, far too fast for automated security flags to catch in time. Forensic analysts later pieced together a chilling timeline. The attackers gained initial access at 3:14 a.m. Eastern, escalated their privileges to the highest level by 3:19, and began siphoning data at 3:23. In under 7 minutes, 24 gigabytes of compressed files including internal chat logs, draft reports and sensitive telemetry from the 3I Atlas Intercept mission were gone. By 3:30 a.m., the connection vanished, leaving behind nothing but a silent gap in the audit trail. Cybersecurity expert Michio Kaku has stated that such an attack would require nation-state level resources, suggesting Event Horizon is far more sophisticated than a typical hacktivist group. The manifesto and distribution. A successful hack is one thing, but what you do next is everything. Hours after the breach, a manifesto from Event Horizon appeared on encrypted forums accessible only through the Tor network. They claimed full responsibility, framing the attack not as an act of digital vandalism, but as a necessary response to what they termed unlawful cosmic secrecy. Their message was a direct challenge to the global intelligence status quo, echoing the methods of groups like WikiLeaks but with a far more specific target. They warned that the leaked files contained material so sensitive that even senior directors at NASA were allegedly kept out of the loop. Their language was blunt: the world deserves to know what its own scientists have found. But Event Horizon didn't just dump the data online. Instead, they began a calculated campaign, distributing blurred screenshots and heavily redacted memos to select journalists and online channels known for covering classified science. No one received the full archive. It was a strategic drip feed, designed to build pressure and credibility, giving the world just enough of a glimpse to understand the immense gravity of what had been taken. Their final warning was a gauntlet thrown down. The files contain evidence that will force the public to confront a new reality. Authenticating the documents. In the world of leaks, authenticity is paramount, so are these files real? The evidence presented by Event Horizon is compellingly layered. The leaked screenshots are plastered with authentic details, bold, block-lettered confidential stamps, thick redaction blocks and metadata tags showing UTC timestamps that perfectly match the breach window from NASA's own security audit. We see mission patch artwork in the corners, a stylized comet labeled 3I Atlas Int. Every document carries unique identifiers, routing codes, and internal chat handles you'd expect to see inside a major agency. Technical diagrams and draft tables use Courier font headers and bear NASA's internal digital watermark. We even see screenshots of the classic blue and white NASA email interface with subject lines like Atlas Intercept Immediate Action Required and Telemetry Review, Anomaly Detected. One partially blurred memo lists technical trajectory data, while another redacted report is marked with the access level TS-SCI, denoting top-secret sensitive compartmented information, a classification that restricts access to a small specific group of cleared individuals. The documents bear digital signature strings ending in -JPL for the Jet Propulsion Laboratory and -GSFC for the Goddard Space Flight Center, indicating a multi-center collaboration. Discovery of 3I Atlas. Before the leak, there was the discovery. On July 1, 2025, the real-life Atlas survey in Hawaii, a NASA-funded planetary defense system officially known as the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, logged a new object tearing through the solar system at an astonishing 130,000 miles per hour, or about 58 kilometers per second. Astronomers immediately flagged it. This was the third interstellar object ever detected, following the bizarre 1I/Oumuamua in 2017, and the more conventional 2I/Borisov in 2019. But 3I Atlas was different. Early estimates put its size at a staggering 26 kilometers across, roughly the size of the asteroid Vesta, and over 25 times longer than Oumuamua. Its trajectory, calculated by the Minor Planet Center, confirmed it was an interstellar visitor on a one-way ticket through our system, with an orbital eccentricity greater than 6.0. Its path was hyperbolic, meaning it wasn't captured by our sun's gravity, and would not be coming back. According to Dr. Larry Deneau, the principal investigator for the Atlas project, an object of this size and velocity is a once-in-a-century detection event. This wasn't just another icy rock, it was an unprecedented anomaly from deep space. Impossible physics and trajectory. Here's where the story takes a sharp turn from unusual to unbelievable. Like its predecessor, Oumuamua, 3I Atlas was not behaving according to the laws of physics. The leaked mission logs from July 18, 2025 show a sudden, inexplicable sideways acceleration, resulting in a velocity change, or delta V, of 1.5 meters per second. The object changed course in a way that defied gravitational models. For a normal comet, such a deviation could be explained by outgassing, measured by the non-gravitational acceleration parameter A2. However, just like with Oumuamua, initial observations of 3I Atlas showed no cometary tail, no dust, and no gas coma to account for the push. Its A2 parameter was effectively zero, yet it was still maneuvering. Trajectory analysts were stumped. They ran models accounting for solar radiation pressure, gravitational pulls from planets, and every known natural force. Nothing matched the telemetry. Dr. Amy Mainzer, a leading expert on asteroids, has noted that explaining such a deviation without observable outgassing requires exotic physics or an artificial origin. The numbers kept pointing to a single, unsettling conclusion. Some force other than gravity was steering this massive object through our solar system. Surface anomalies. The armor problem. When the first high-resolution images from the Intercept mission were allegedly taken, the mystery of 3I Atlas deepened. The object's surface looked nothing like any known comet or asteroid. Analysts flagged a disturbing pattern: bands of smooth, almost metallic-looking plating, broken by lines that ran too straight and were too evenly spaced to be natural fractures. These weren't the chaotic, jagged fissures seen on Comet 67P by the Rosetta mission. They were seams, crisscrossing the surface in a deliberate grid. One analyst, in a leaked internal chat, dubbed it the radiator problem, referring to a network of raised ridges spaced like the cooling fins on a spacecraft. These ribs cast long, uniform shadows, and their regularity was so pronounced that pattern recognition software reportedly flagged them as artificial. The object's albedo, or reflectivity, was measured at 0.7, closer to polished metal than the asphalt dark surface of most comets, which have an albedo below 0.05. Planetary geologist Dr. Carolyn Porco has emphasized that nature does not produce such perfect, large-scale geometric patterns. This wasn't just an odd rock. The leaked images suggested it might be wearing armor. Thermal signatures and heat pulses. If the surface looked engineered, the thermal data was even more alarming. According to the leaked files, infrared arrays recorded heat vents pulsing with incredible regularity. The logs show heat pooling along the strange ribbed seams, and then bursting outward in tight, directed jets. This wasn't the broad, chaotic outgassing you see in a typical comet. These were discrete, timed pulses occurring precisely every 90 seconds, raising local surface temperatures by over 200 degrees Kelvin in an instant. The mission logs classified this as a directive motion event, a term typically reserved for spacecraft thrusters, not natural phenomena. Even more damning, trajectory analysts correlated these thermal pulses directly with the object's mysterious course corrections. After each 90-second heat burst, the Intercept team logged a subtle but precise shift in its path. The efficiency of this propulsion, measured as specific impulse, was calculated to be far beyond any chemical rocket, consistent with advanced ion or plasma thrusters. Gravity couldn't explain it, solar radiation is constant, and natural outgassing is random. The evidence was building 3. I-Atlas wasn't just moving strangely, it appeared to be actively propelling itself. Chemical composition mysteries. The story gets even stranger when you look at the chemical makeup. According to a leaked memo from the Goddard Space Flight Center, the first full infrared spectrum analysis of 3 I-Atlas yielded a bizarre result. The spectra lit up with incredibly sharp lines of nickel. Now, nickel itself isn't entirely unusual in space rocks. It's often found in iron-nickel alloys. But here's the kicker. In the data for 3 I-Atlas, the signature for iron was almost completely absent. In the entire catalog of known asteroids and comets, a composition of refined nickel without its constant companion, iron, is unheard of. Furthermore, the memo noted the absence of common silicates and carbonaceous compounds. Meteoritics expert Dr. Meenakshi Wadhwa has confirmed that such a separation of nickel from iron requires industrial-scale processing at very high temperatures, a process not known to occur in nature. It suggests a material that has been engineered, not one that formed naturally. The memo was allegedly sealed within hours under a restricted access embargo, but the data was clear. An object with an artificial structure was made of an equally artificial material. Radio echoes and communication patterns. Beyond its motion and materials, the most chilling evidence in the leaked files points toward active technology. According to the logs, radio astronomers reviewing raw data from the Intercept mission flagged a pattern of faint, repeating echoes in the X-band frequency range. These weren't natural radio bursts or cosmic static, they were precise, clipped signals with a high signal-to-noise ratio, bouncing back from 3 I-Atlas at regular intervals. What made this truly shocking was the timing. The interval of the radio echoes mapped almost perfectly to the 90-second rhythm of the object's thermal pulses. It was as if something was pinging the object, and the heat pulses were the response. In one of the leaked chat logs, a veteran telemetry specialist reportedly wrote, "It's like someone is pinging the probe and it's answering. The pattern is too tight for random noise." This completely changed the nature of the investigation. SETI pioneer Dr. Jill Tarter has long argued that a truly intelligent signal would likely be efficient and information-dense, characteristics that align with these alleged repeating echoes. The data suggested it could be an active, responsive probe. Expert analysis and propulsion theory. This is where a very real and very famous scientist enters the picture, Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb. While he has not commented on this alleged leak, his previous analysis of Oumuamua via the Galileo project provides a stunning framework. The leaked analysis of 3 I-Atlas goes even further than Loeb's theories. The directed heat pulses and course corrections are consistent with a sophisticated ion drive or a similar propulsion system. But the alleged smoking gun came from a microscopic fragment recovered by the Interceptor's dust collector. Under an electron microscope, technicians reportedly saw a lattice of silicon with doped traces of phosphorus, arranged in layers spaced at micron intervals, identical to the architecture of a semiconductor wafer with visible p-n junctions. A materials scientist would immediately recognize this structure. No known natural process from supernova shock waves to planetary formation can create such ordered, layered microstructures. The memo's summary line, though partially redacted, was legible. Semiconductor structure detected. Artificial origin cannot be excluded. This single finding, if true, moves the conversation from anomaly to artifact. So, what do we make of all this? A 26-kilometer object from another star system, moving at impossible speeds, making its own course corrections. It has a surface that looks like armor, a composition of refined nickel, and it pulses with heat and radio echoes on a perfect 90-second clock. And finally, there's a fragment of what appears to be a microchip. The leaked files, if authentic, present a disturbing and profound reality. The questions are staggering. What is this object's purpose? Where did it come from? And perhaps most importantly, what else has NASA found that we don't know about? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the secrets of science and technology. Thanks for watching InnoVision Tech.